So in Ghost Recon Wildlands PvP on a map called Warehouse, there is a very, I can't say game-breaking exploit. It is, fun to explore, and you can get, kind of, you can exploit it where you can at least mark people. It's kind of hard to get kills from there depending on the weapon that you're using. If you're a sniper, you have somewhat of an advantage, but there's a lot of places that any person can hide, so it's not game-breaking. I can't say that it's a game-breaking glitch, but it is a place that you're not intended to go. The development team does not basically made it so you're not intended to go up there. You can't. It's restricted access to go into that particular part of the building. As cool as it would be to normally be able to do that without any restrictions, it would be kind of nice. It would really change the meta of the game. But then people would just only sit up there, and there would be really no way to counter them. Unless you would have a drone that can shoot bullets. That's the only way you can counter it. You can't throw grenades up there. You can't throw anything up there. It's hard to pick people off. You have to probably be a sniper, and you have to be in equal height to, potentially, counter them. So it is a little bit of an exploit. It is a glitch. You'll see gameplay, actual PvP gameplay of it. Somebody on the opposing team, at least 2 or 3 guys were up there, basically camping. We ultimately won the game because they suck. They're just that terrible. And some of these guys were like Prestige 2 or Prestige 3. They're just terrible people that would probably end up sitting up there, and that's probably how they managed to get that far in the game, because they're terrible at the fucking game, basically. You could tell that they're terrible because I managed to get a headshot on one of them. It was kind of funny, but this is kind of like segmented clips, most relevant to the actual exploit. And then later on in the video, you'll see this video is not that long. It's a little over 8 minutes. You'll see how I managed to get up there. I'm not going to describe in detail how to get up there. You can kind of think of it, find out on your own, because I don't want to promote anybody glitching and going up there, because I know I've heard of this and I know how to get up there, but I don't feel like doing that, because I feel like it's if you get lucky, you can get some nice kills from there, but it's, like I said, it's not game breaking, because a lot of times there's so many ways to counter that building. Yes, if you try to do the access thing, uplink access or whatever, they can throw C4 down there, but let's say they have a class where they don't have C4. If they throw a grenade, you can probably manage to escape. One of your teammates can revive you because they can't shoot down there unless they jump down there. They can't shoot you, so it's not game breaking, but it is kind of a nice high vantage point, and there are spots where you can probably spot people or mark people in Ghost Recon Wildlands PvP, because they have a marking system to help your team, kind of identify what are the, enemy team, like what class are they running and where they are. And then eventually it wears off. It's only a couple seconds where it's on and it wears off again. So that's the only part that I can see it being used to exploit the game, where you get, you mark a lot of the enemy team if you're up there. But beyond that, if you're a sniper, even if you're a sniper, you'll probably miss a shot. People will know you're up there, so they'll try to avoid you. So once people know that you're up there, you can win the game simply by, realizing that, baiting one of your players. If you have all 4 players and you figure out that they're up there, bait them by getting to access point. They'll use their C4s. You can revive your teammate because they can't see that you're reviving them. They can't camp you. Then you can take, after reviving your teammate, get on the access point again, bait them so they use all their equipment, and then they're going to be forced to come down if they want to win the game. If worst case scenario, you get a draw, and the game will become a draw. But you can actually win. That's how we won. They used all their equipment. They had nothing else to use. We managed to get the access point. One of them tried to actually come down and failed miserably, because there was 2 of them and 3 of us, I think. So they managed to fail. So like I said, it's not game breaking. There are ways to counter this, because once they're up there, unless they're really good players, you have nothing to worry about. Like I said, it doesn't matter what weapon you have. It's hard to get kills from there, especially if you have a SMG or a shotgun or a pistol. You're not going to be able to get kills. You might be able to do some damage to a player, but they can heal up by going to one of those restock boxes. So, like I said, it is kind of an exploit glitch, but it's not really game breaking. It really is not. If you know what to do and you communicate with your team, you can win the game, and they'll look stupid. And it's really funny and satisfying to see them lose, because they thought that they would exploit the game and win by being up there, but they lost because they're stupid and they're up there. And to get down, you have to mantle on certain like crates. You have to get on this edge really carefully so you don't fall off and kill yourself. And then they have to jump down like step by step on like 1, 2, and then finally on the ground. So they have 3 steps to get down there. By then, your team has been knows all the ways that they can come down. They can cover those spots, and if somebody gets the access point, they'll lose. So there is a counter to this, so don't worry. Like I said, to the game developers, you guys can, matter of fact, keep it in there, because it's funny to see losers and lame people go up there and try to see, they try to exploit and win, but in all reality, they'll actually lose if your team communicates and you know how to play it out right. To make them lose and frustrate them, because ultimately, you can use one of your players to bait them, and they'll ultimately use all their equipment. If you have a medic on your team, you can keep reviving your teammates. So, I mean, there's so many ways to counter this very minuscule, minute exploit, because I don't want to sound like an asshole by ruining, people's fun by exploration. I support the idea of people going and exploring different parts of the map where they normally don't have access to, however, it's not really that game breaking. Yes, there are a few, like I think 3 windows and a staircase. Actually, there's four places they can shoot you from, but even then, if they have an SMG, if they have a shotgun, or if they have a pistol, they can't do much. If they have, if it's a sentinel, they have, like a marksman rifle, they can probably do some damage to you, but then they're giving their position away. You know where they are, and somebody else can pick them off. So, I mean, it's simple as that. There's always a way to counter it. So, like I wanted to make this abundantly clear. Don't worry about it. It's a very minuscule, tiny exploit. It is kind of cool, and I'm not going to explain, obviously, how to get up there because I don't want to promote it. But it is kind of an interesting video, and hopefully you do like the video. If you did, definitely hit that like button. Definitely leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And if you like this channel, definitely subscribe and hit that bell to get notified every time I upload. I am the Mitten, and that's all I got to say. Peace.
Step it up. We're running out of time.